Today's video, self-esteem. What is it? What is healthy self-esteem? What's unhealthy self-esteem? Hi, I'm Steve, your agony uncle. This channel is all about looking after our mental health, tips and tricks, things I've learned, ways that I could possibly give you things to think about, to move forward, create a community where we can openly discuss our mental health, good, bad and indifferent. Let's get on with today's video. Self-esteem, what is it? What's healthy self-esteem and what's unhealthy self-esteem? So first of all, this is part one in a series I'm going to do over the next few months about our self-esteem, because I believe that is a key factor in our mental health and our depression, our anxiety. So let's talk about it. What's self-esteem? To me, self-esteem is how we picture ourselves. It's what we think of ourselves and how much we let other people's opinion of us affect the way that we view ourselves. Unhealthy self-esteem is we let other people make decisions for us because we don't think we're worthy. We don't think we're worthy of that job, or we don't think we're worthy of that love, that relationship. We constantly criticize ourselves, and that is really unhealthy. So how do we do something about it? First of all, we have to look inward. Maybe have to look back in time. Why have we got a low opinion of ourselves? Can we not accept that we're just human, that we make mistakes, big mistakes and small mistakes? Sometimes we are constantly comparing ourselves with other people. We believe that their mistakes, whether large or small, are justified, or that they're just human, or they make mistakes, and we let them just be human. But we can't cut the same slack for ourselves. We compare ourselves with other people. In a group of people talking, whether it be social or business, we're scared to speak up because we think that our opinion is not going to be valued, or that we don't want to make a fool of ourselves. We listen to everybody else's opinion. We listen to everybody else's thoughts and plans. And we don't necessarily agree with them, but we don't think any less of them because they have these thoughts or these plans. But we don't give ourselves the same slack. We're scared of speaking up. We're scared of being considered as a fool, an idiot, but we don't think of other people like that. So how do we deal with this? How do we start to understand where these thoughts came from, how they impact the whole of our life, literally from trying to over-impress our parents to saying that we're just not valued in life, and that again can lead to depression. So to start with, we really do have to look internally. We have to understand why we're constantly putting ourselves down. We have to understand that where did this come from? Where did this start? Did our parents speak down to us? Did our teachers? Did our siblings? Where did it start? That's a very important question. And if you can get to the root of that, that's a good place to start. Sometimes you can't understand where it started, and perhaps there was no common cause for it. Perhaps we just look around us and see everybody else with their happy lives and their good jobs and their healthy relationships and their happy families, and we only see on the outside, and we don't understand that very many people are struggling with their self-esteem and self-worth. So we need to look for ways to really look at ourselves logically, not be too emotional about it. Try looking at, maybe make a list of the 5 things that you actually like about yourself. Don't worry about the ones you don't like. Just make a list of the 5 things that you really don't mind. You think, yeah, okay, that's okay. I don't mind that about myself. And really concentrate on them and say to yourself, that's a good basis. That's a good foundation. And I'm going to work from here. If you struggle with making decisions, you tend to let other people make those decisions for you, which then means you get out of the habit of making the decisions. That could be because you're scared of failure. But once you accept and let other people make these decisions for you, then you sometimes have to accept that they've made a mistake. And once again, because you have such low self-esteem, you forgive them for making that mistake for you, and you just get on with it. You really need to stop and say, I'm going to make a decision, good or bad. If nothing else, I'll learn from it. It's very unlikely that these decisions will be the end of the world for you. You just have to say, I'm going to make a decision, good or bad, I'll live with the consequences. I'll live and I'll learn. And I won't get out of the habit of making these decisions. A really good place to start. So let's leave it there for today. Write down the 5 things that you like about yourself and we'll move forward from there. Try and look back to see where all this started, if it did have a trigger, if it did have a place. Have a serious look at that. Think about your decision making. Think about the way you value yourself and ask yourself, do you feel that you're not worthy of love? You're not worthy of that job? If this applies to you, drop a comment down below, and in the next video we'll talk about little ways that we can start to boost our self-esteem. Until next time, as I always say, if you don't take some time to look after yourself, you can't look after anybody else. Till next time, thank you.